Hello everybody, welcome to the next episode of how to play worship piano. Today I am going to teach you guys how to read chord names. So here we have the song Waymaker, and as you can see, here are chords. This is usually the kind of music that we read off of. I'll tell you more about the other stuff on the page later. For now, let's just look at the chords. So if you see here on verse 1, we have C, G, D, E minor, C, G, D, E minor. And that basically means on those words, we're going to play our C chord, and then our G chord, then D chord, and then E minor. And you want to play it in the most practical way possible, which will involve inversions, like I talked about in the previous video. Okay. So here it says C, and when you put just C, it means major. It's implied that it's major, C major. Here it says E lowercase m. That means E minor, right? Here's my cat. Yeah. There she is. Yeah. Stretch. Stretch. Okay. So we have that. C, G, D, E minor. And let me wait for it to focus. It's not focusing. There it is. Okay, there it focused. So I'm going to play those chords for you with my right hand, because with my left hand I'm holding the phone that I'm recording with. I'm going to play C here. And I'm going to play it for 4 beats. So 4 times, like the song is going to require. Of course, I'll talk more about that later. But yeah, I'll play. And then G. D major, right? And then E minor. Okay, and of course, don't worry, I'll talk about everything that I'm doing in a later video. But for now, let's just focus on the chords. So you saw I played C major, G major, D major, and E minor. Okay, let's talk about some other chords you might see that aren't in this song. Sometimes you'll see a C sus chord. No, we're not referring to Among Us, unfortunately. Okay, so a C sus chord is usually when you substitute the E for a D or the E for an F. So like I wrote here, or CDG / CFG instead of CEG. So it'll look like this. Or usually when you hear a C sus chord, it will resolve to a regular C chord. Because the C sus sounds like something is missing. And it'll resolve or relax to C major. Okay. So you might have that C sus, and then you might have a C7, or again, this goes with any chord, like a D sus, D7, anything. So you can have a C7, and that basically means C, E, G, and then adding a B flat. Because in the scale, the C scale, B is the 7th note. And then you go back to 1, right? You have B as a 7th note. But when they say 7 without like a major 7 or a diminished 7, anything written in between, when they say 7 like that, it means a minor 7th automatically. And that's different from C major. It's implied here that C major. But here with the 7th, it's implied that the 7th is minor, but the chord is major. Okay. So you have C major. This is C major. If I were to add the 7th, a minor 7th, I would add a B flat. This adds a bit more variety to the song that you're playing. But you don't have to follow the sus or the 7. You can just play C. This is usually what I would do when playing piano on the worship team. I would just play C. Depending on the song, if it says C sus, I might play C sus. So C D G, C F G instead of C E G. It really depends on the song that you're playing, and you also have to make sure it doesn't clash with the other instruments. Something else that I tend to find does clash, just as a general rule of thumb, is if you're playing an F chord, F major. If you're playing an F major chord, I would recommend you not do the first inversion. So don't do this. If you're playing with a guitar or other instruments, because for some reason it clashes. I haven't quite figured that out, why it clashes, but yeah. So if you're going to play F major, you should probably stick to here, here, or here. Something like that. Okay, so those are chord names, and that's how you read them. You've got your C major, G major, C major, G major, D major, E minor, and I think that's it. There's not much else to it. And, okay, I guess we can talk about one more chord name. Sometimes, it says like C sharp here. Just remember that the hashtag looking thing is what a sharp is. So C sharp minor, you would just play C sharp minor here, or any other inversion you want. C sharp minor. Yeah. And if it says flat, same thing. So like if it has a B and then what looks like a smaller point, a lowercase pointy B next to it, that says B flat. Just remember what the sharp symbols and the flat symbols look like. Okay? And there you got it. That's it for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you have any questions, and see you in the next episode. Bye.